Thank you again for joining us for another segment. And today we have two phenomenal guests in the building. And they are going to tell you why they are more than a DJ. So stay tuned because I have a fire show for you. You are now plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box. Thank you for joining once again. I'm your host, One, the CEO. And without further ado, I want to introduce our guest for the evening. Today, I have Go DJ, J-Boss, the Breaka.
Hey, what you said? Hey, Sugarfoot.
What's up? And I have none other than the phenomenal DJ Shante in the building.
How we doing?
You know, we doing great tonight. This is a wonderful round table that we have here.
That right.
And tonight I want to discuss a little bit more about you all's careers and what you have been able to, manifest and bring into fruition from stepping outside the box and doing something that you love to do and incorporating music to do it. So I want to dig a little deeper and I want to find out more about your aha moment. But before I start with you, DJ Shante, I want to ask DJ.
That's J-Boss. You ain't gonna don't you forget that. Hey, look here now. Look here now.
My tongue got twisted.
My number's in your phone. Look here now.
J-Boss, don't call me out now. So what made you want to start? And first of all, tell us how long you've had in the game.
Oh, man. Let's put it like this. The last job I had where I had to clock in was in 2001. So that gives you how long I've been living off the streets.
Okay.
And I don't mean off the streets literally. You understand me? I mean, off the streets.
Yeah.
You understand me?
Right.
But what was the other question?
What influenced you to do it?
Well, I only got into DJing because I wanted to see the world without paying for it. So I've pretty much traveled all over this world, and only times I ever paid for a plane ticket was because I went on my own personal vacation.
Now, we don't want y'all to think he's just flogging. So I have a clip I want you guys to check.
Oh,
check
Lord
out.
have mercy.
Spring Fling. Check it out.
I don't had a minute. I probably hate those. I put it in the Facebook. I stay though. That's on my mama, my hood. Look fly. DJ Drew. Touch my swag. It's still good. Look fly. Johnny Bones. Look good. I look good. I look good. I look good. I look good. Good. Shout in the club. I see a lot of BP. Gucci and E-Tech, BCBT, Dolce and Gabbana, who I want them, I'm important me. Rockin' over public apple bottoms in it, order me. Slowly to some R&B, think we need some R&R. Take me to the VIP and drive me like a foreign car. Poppin' my purple label, Ralph Lauren. Look like money, smell like. Shawty look sexy, smell like Prada. Christian about nigga hatin'. Holla, grab a Grey Goose bottle. Let's carry on. Grip your baby fat. Told you man, carry it home. Dug you make your mama moan.
Man, how is that? How was that experience for you, just being able to do that? You do it often. That's just one of many.
That was a great experience because I got a chance to meet a lot of celebrities while I was there or whatever. It was a great experience. Like, it was really live to see how that show is done. I hate that was the last year for the Spring Bling, but that was really live though. I almost didn't make it, to be truthful with you. I fell asleep at the terminal right where I was supposed to get on it, and nobody woke me up. So I had to get on the next flight, but that was only if it was a seat available. It was one seat available, and they kept trying to call the person's name to get on the seat. And I was like, look, he ain't came, so let me get that seat. So if I didn't make that flight, I wouldn't have made it to the Spring Break.
Man, well, that was destined for you.
Man, what you said.
So DJ Shante, now that I finally have you in the building, you just kind of took the industry by storm. I mean, I looked up, and I saw your name everywhere. And I heard your name, buzzing in the streets, but then when I started following your movement, I saw that you were making strides that a lot of females just getting in the game wasn't able to make. So what inspired you to start DJing?
Well, to backtrack, my dad and my brother are both DJs, so I kind of been around it all my life. In high school, I was that person. I was making the mix CDs, had the LimeWire on the laptop, on the desktop, downloading, putting viruses on my computer. But like the party, it wouldn't start unless I got there. So I kind of always been like musically inclined, but it wasn't like something that I ever thought I would be doing. I never thought I would be a DJ. I was working in corporate America. I worked overseas in Afghanistan for like 3 years, working for the government, came back, worked in oil and gas. And I just got tired of it. And I'm like, what can I do? What can I get good at that I can get out of this, corporate gig and do my own thing? So I had a friend, he was the photographer, and he was like, yo, you know what I see you doing? He was like, I can see you like DJing and like bringing out a crowd. And the funny thing is I was always on the scene already. I was kind of like a socialite. I knew all the promoters, knew club owners. I was always hanging out at all the popping spots. So when I decided I wanted to be a DJ, it wasn't hard for me to reach out to people and, hey, let me come open up. I'll do it for free. Let me practice. Let me, figure it out. And once I did that, it was just over. Like I got obsessed with it and I haven't stopped since.
Right.
And that started back in 2005. No, I'm sorry, 2015.
Right. So you became passionate about it and it became profitable for you.
It did.
So you were able to transition from corporate America to just...
I was able to transition. Actually, I kind of took a leap out there and quit and just kind of figured it out on my own. It wasn't easy, struggling for a long time, but I just knew it was something that I was going to be good at and make a lot of money doing. And so I kind of just took my time with it, figured it out along the way, and then it became real lucrative for me.
Now, I want to know, like, how did you get into radio? How did that manifest?
So that was actually like a blessing in disguise. Shout out to my boy Les. He was wanting to manage me at the time, and he was really close friends with the program director at 93.7. And he was like, yo, I got this female DJ. She's dope. Like, check her out. So I was DJing at this club. He brought him there, heard me DJing. He was like, I'm looking to like redo radio, or my station at least, and add female DJs. And at the time when I started, it was just me and Superstar.
Shout out to DJ
Yeah,
Superstar.
so we both got in the door and we just started doing like holiday mix shows. And then after that, he was like, y'all are killing it. We want to offer you a permanent position. And then that's kind of how that happened.
Oh, wow. That's so dope. So once you went into radio, did that open up more booking gigs?
It definitely opened it up for sure. But along the way, I didn't want to like veer away from building my own brand. Yeah, radio, I wanted it to help me, catapult me. But I didn't want people to only see me and know me as radio DJ Shante. Like, no, I was a DJ before I got into radio, and I'm gonna do that after the fact. So
now, J-Boss, now that you become a celebrity go DJ, and you've been a celebrity go DJ for a while, for now, for now over 10 years. Okay. How did you handle the groupies that came with that? Because they're everywhere you go. And I know you have some too. Shante.
When you get your blessings, sometimes you just got to pray over them,
Okay.
But no, it's one of them things, man. In life, you got to understand, I've always been a star. I've always been a star. That's just what it is. I came out my mama a straight star. It's just what it was. But you understand, before the DJing, I was football. I was a quarterback. So, the quarterback is the star on the team, So I've always been to where I'm used to these type of things, Don't get me wrong, it catapulted to another level. I've lived a blessed life now. I've lived the life some people dream of, But,
DJ.
Hey, what you said. Hey, man. But, like I said, it's one of them things that it come and go, but, I love being able to have my own pick, so, it is what it is. It's like dominoes. All money ain't good money, so I don't take all the money on the table. You understand?
This guy.
I leave money out there for some other people, all the money ain't for me, so, it's enough of us to get some money together, you understand me? So that's how I look at it.
So where were you in your life when you decided that I'm going to be a DJ? Like, what were you doing?
When I tore my knees up in college.
Okay.
See, the DJing started in high school, but nobody took it serious because we already had a guy at the school that was DJing, so he was considered the guy. Me, it was, boy, you play football. If you don't get back on the field, everybody worry about you DJing. So, I did a couple little house parties back then or whatever, but nothing major. But then when I only went to school to play football, and when I tore my knees up and couldn't play football no more, I didn't want to go to school. I was like, okay, I'm coming home, So when I came home, I started up my DJing, worked on the side or whatever until I got that gig that made it to where I didn't have to work no more, and it's been on and popping ever since.
Right. And it's, it's a beautiful thing when now your work is something you love to do because it's not really work.
Right.
It's like something I love to do, and you become passionate, and that you find purpose in that passion.
Exactly.
You know, so. Where were you in your life when you decided? I know you said you were working for corporate America and you were tired of that. Like, how once you started becoming successful in becoming a DJ, and now you know your name is blowing up, your Instagram is popping, and all that good stuff, and people are seeing the real you in your full
In my
authenticity.
Yep.
How has that changed your relationships with people?
Oh,
in
it's
general?
like I love it. Like I said, I mean, me personally, I have an obsessive personality. So once I love something, I go hard for it, and that's all I care about, think about, and I just want to get better at doing it. But like nothing makes me feel better like leaving a gig and like everybody, they had a great time and they're complimenting, yo, that set was dope. Like that right there is what pushes me to keep going. And you know, the promoters or whoever booked me is happy with what I did, I'm good.
Well, I know that you have been in the game for a while. If there's anything that you could do different, what would it have been?
I don't know, because I feel like life gives you what it gives you, you know? So it's like, if anything different, it wouldn't be a part of this game. It'd be a part of some other stuff I done, you know, but it wouldn't be a part of, you know. So, I mean, I've taken everything, the good and the bad, and the bad is what makes the good even better, you know. So you learn from the bad to become good. So, you know, so I don't know what I would change. Well, okay, I guess I'll give you this. What I would change, probably I wouldn't have retired those 4 years that I retired them 4 years. You know, I probably wouldn't have done that because I left the game when I was at a height that is hard to get to. You know what I'm saying? And
that recovery is.
Yeah, you know, and you know, so that might be the only thing that I probably maybe regret that I retired those 4 years.
Okay.
You know,
And in in those 4 years that you retired, did you find like another thing that you were passionate about?
Oh, I was very passionate about it. I was very passionate about it. But I don't know if the people was just as passionate as I was. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So, I was very passionate about it. You know, I enjoyed it to the fullest, you know. But sometimes the Lord have a way of showing you this ain't what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
I totally get it. Now, Shante, DJ Shante, did you have a huge support team when you started?
Not huge. No, I had like maybe 2 or 3 people that had my back like the whole way through, and that's really all I needed.
Solid team. You know, quality is quantity, it's quality, not quantity.
Exactly.
So definitely, I feel that. Now, did you have a big support team when you decided to jump back out there after being off for 4 years?
Yeah, I had quite a few, because you understand, I'm still J Boss, because even with them 4 years off, I was still going places, so people still know who I am. So of course, it's just J Boss back in the game. That's all that is, you know. And why you ain't ask Shante about her groupies?
Yeah.
Why you ain't ask her about her groupies? You won't come at J Boss about groupies. Why you ain't go at Shante about no groupies? I want to know about Shante groupies too.
I got fans and supporters. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. They just
Put that
love the
all
way
on
I
me.
DJ. That's it.
Yeah, she got
Damn,
radio
J Boss, why you gotta put me
She
on there
got
like
radio
that?
and club, so you know hers is on a whole nother status.
Oh man, nah.
Now, you've been around the world and back.
Mm-hmm.
Who are some of the greats that you had the opportunity to work with?
I've toured with Zero. I've toured with Trey. I've toured. The person I toured with now is Riff Raff. It's different genres and different groups of people that you meet throughout the touring, because everybody got their own different crowds and stuff like that. So you take different stuff, and touring life is fun. But it's only, I tell everybody, because they think touring life is what they all see on TV or whatever. Touring life is only fun the first 2 weeks. I'm going to tell you that. After them 2 weeks, it's like, oh, okay, let's go get this show over with. You know what I'm saying? Because it becomes repetitious every day, the same thing, the same words, the same songs, but other than that, but I love it because that's where you get the chance to see the world. There's a lot of times, a lot of spots in America that you don't realize don't look like Houston, Texas. Right. There's a lot of places that are so far back that you waiting to see somebody come down the street on a horse and buggy. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it's a name, a big time place, So, but if it wasn't for DJing, I would have never got a chance to see some of these places, so. You know.
Shout out to that. And what about yourself? Have you been able to build relationships with any of the celebrity or what we deem celebrity?
A couple a couple artists that have come through the station. You know, we kind of kept in contact afterwards, helped push music, play their music in the clubs, stuff like that. I've had opportunities to open up for certain artists, Megan Thee Stallion, Yo Gotti, people like that. But not too much. I don't know. I don't know. Like, my lane is kind of different. It's cool to work with celebrities, but I'm trying to build something like longevity wise.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's been a goal to be a tour DJ for somebody, but then like when I was working in radio, it was kind of hard because you got to be there. You can't just leave and travel the world like you want to. I would love to do that, but you had to pick or choose. Right. Now I'm able to do that, so you know the opportunity might come.
All right. Well, you know, hey. You still young.
Yeah, I'm open to it. I'm definitely still young.
Yeah.
So
you still fly. So
thank you.
Anything is
still
possible.
Got groupies. I mean, you know, still got groupies.
You never let me live that down.
Now, the team that you started with, is that pretty much still the team that you finished with?
That's the funny thing. Like, the team I started with is definitely not who I'm with now. I kind of joined another team, and they've been helping me for like the last 3 years. My friends that started with me, 2 or 3 of them, they're still with me. But as far as like team-wise helping me push my brand, it's a whole different group.
Right.
But they saw the potential back then. It's just now we're finally getting it working. So
that's dope.
It's cool.
Dope. So do you have anything that, any events or club spots that's here in Houston that you DJ on a regular?
Yeah, I got 2 residencies. What is that? The Commoner downtown on Main Street every Saturday, 10 to 2. Then I got Seaside on Sundays, 3 to 6. I got an event coming up, the McDonald's All-American basketball game tournament that's coming to Houston. I'm gonna be DJing with Rogers on that. So we're gonna tear that up the whole weekend. That's in March, but that's the biggest thing I have coming up right now. Other than that, is just little gigs here and there.
That's dope.
Oh, I'll be in Boise, Idaho this weekend, DJing for a ski summit. It's about to be freezing cold. I ain't never been in
cold
cold
here,
like that.
so
Yeah, it's not cold. It's about to be 70 tomorrow.
Oh well,
Today was cold, but like we're about to be in snow, so I don't know how I got to get prepared for that.
Yeah, definitely get your
It's
jacket
a different
on.
type of cold out
Yeah, it's a different type of cold.
It is.
So what about yourself? Do you have any residencies in Houston?
Address, D-Bar. Just picked up this hookah lounge on the north side, other than that, a lot of stuff, called or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah.
I see you stay fit. Do you promote being the biggest muscle DJ?
I am the biggest muscle DJ. I am what I am.
I mean, is that a brand? Is that
that's definitely a brand? And if I don't want to fight over that title, come on with it.
Oh, I'm catching up to you. I'm in the gym too,
okay,
so I'm gonna be the big muscle
okay.
DJ too. No, I'm
okay,
just kidding.
well, come on with
just
it. But
well, I'll just be the fit and fly grandma,
She
okay,
said grandma.
Sugarfoot. All right,
yeah,
now,
our grandson is 3, so
all right.
shout out.
Our grandma.
Yeah, I really
Don't
am.
look like
definitely
it.
a grandmother. Yeah. Sure don't look like it. Not at all.
So, what do we have to look forward to? Do you guys have any things in the works other than your residencies? Are you building? I know. Do you guys have any brands you're ambassadoring? Any clothing things going on? Are you open to it?
Definitely open to it. I don't know if you heard of Active Athlete. I work with them as a ambassador for them. I work closely with like Nike when they come to Houston, New Balance, Puma. So, I mean, I'm definitely still open. There's nothing like literally locked in, but when they come to Houston, we definitely work together. So.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to hang out with you, girl. Shout out to that. So, I know our segment wasn't very long tonight, and I really want to thank you guys both for coming on the
we
show.
can keep talking now. We can keep talking now.
Well, I know you have another gig, so I don't want to.
Hey, I'm good. It don't take me but 15 minutes to get there. You know
okay, well,
we can talk now.
Can definitely go on. The
Yeah,
show
we can
can definitely go on. So I want to dig a little bit deeper into.
Oh, here we go. Are we gonna go deeper than groupies?
Yeah. Is there anyone holding a significant space in you all's life? I'm gonna ask you first.
Oh, like, are we dating?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what she means. You know what she means. Like you don't interview people.
Yeah, I have a significant other.
Oh, that's dope.
Oh, y'all play that in the background.
Yeah.
Like,
Going on about 5 months now.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope.
Gonna get married soon, so y'all stay tuned.
Oh, shout out to that.
Wow,
Off the market.
okay.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, definitely off the market.
Definitely off the market. That's dope. You know, having a significant other that's solid when you're an entrepreneur yourself is very it's important. I believe it's important because it kind of like frees up your mind from having to really worry about if I find a mate, will they accept me, and will it change my
really
lifestyle
down for you?
or who will
That's
be
what it's
able
all
to
about.
kind of enmesh in what I have going on without taking me away from what I'm doing, away from my craft, or causing me to dim my light, because that a lot of time that happen when you get in a relationship, you become domesticated, and your dreams, your goals just kind of get sideswiped. So the fact that you're able to have a good, healthy relationship that's going towards marriage,
another entrepreneur,
and still
y'all on the same page.
Yeah, one that's not competing with you.
Right, not at all. Exactly.
Yeah. What about you?
Oh no, I'm waiting on you. No,
I know we unedited, we live. Okay.
I'm doing my thug thizzle. You know, it is what it is. You
Right.
know? You know, my life is one of them lives not everybody's able to accept. You know, so
Right,
it is what it is. So,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I must be happy. And if I'm not happy, we all got a problem.
Yeah.
You know,
So you've been single for a long time?
I ain't gonna say a long time, but you know,
Long enough.
long enough. Right.
Shout out to that. Well, I ain't answering that question. I'm not the one. I'm the host.
Nah.
Yeah, put it on you. Yeah,
What
put
you
it
got?
on you.
What you got going on?
We're not doing this.
Nah.
Okay, so
You all in our business.
Yeah,
What
for
you got
real.
going on?
Yeah. Go on and tell us about Harold. I done gave him a name.
No, nobody named Harold. I know she said she was a grandma, but why his name got to be Harold?
What you said, I can dig
But
that.
you really ain't trying to answer that question.
Yeah,
How
she
many
like she
years
trying
you
to
have
go
in the
all around.
game?
Yeah.
You know.
You
got a
show
little
up,
dip,
man.
little
Something.
something.
We giving it to us.
You got somebody's phone, you be
Oh,
texting
okay.
and you be smiling at your phone? Yeah.
Oh, they probably watching the show
He just
too.
better act right. He just better act right.
Yeah,
That's all I
I'm
gotta
sitting
say.
right here.
You heard him.
Better act
You
right.
Act right.
Yeah.
But how many years have you been DJing?
5.
5 years.
5.
And what about yourself?
Since 2000. I mean, I count from the time that I actually became like that's all I had going on was being a DJ.
So
that's-
like 20
since
years?
Yeah, almost 20 years. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Ooh, we showing our age. How old are you?
No, we just started young. That's all that is.
How old are you?
Old enough.
See? Well, I'm 40. Proudly 40.
Okay.
Yeah. And I want to keep the show going. I just want to thank everyone. I have gum in my mouth. Yes, excuse me. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this uncensored
See, I
show
told you.
where
You
anything
know.
is on the table. We dig deep. We want to find out what your aha moments are, what inspired you, what made you want to take the leap into whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's music, whether it's fashion, whether it's modeling, whether it's being a DJ, whether it's a clothing line, whatever it is, reach out to me. I want to have you on the show. And if you're watching, I want you to definitely subscribe to all of our stations. We're on Apple Music. We're on YouTube. We're on Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, Stitcher, Spotify, SoundCloud. Just be sure to subscribe. We need our subscribers. And tell a friend to check out Outside the Box. Also, I have another event that'll be coming up on Tuesday, a book signing. So if you missed this last event on Tuesday, be sure to check me out. I'll be at the Aloft Hotel on Tuesday. Sharp Davis has put together a very exquisite and sexy event, and I'll be there doing spoken word as well as having my book Infinite Silhouettes available. So come check me out, join the show, have some poetry, have some wine, and get a book. I hope to see you there. Once again, this is Onay, the CEO. You're watching Outside the Box. I want you to tune in next week as well. I'll have taken Beauty by the Brushes, and I'll have Michelle Cofield on the show, as well as King Kirsten, the stylist, on the show. There are 2 celebrity MUAs, and they'll be sharing their aha moments as well. So once again, we want to thank you for tuning in, for being plugged in, tuned in, tapped in to Outside the Box.